What's up, guys? All right, so I get this question a lot. How can I influence people? How can I have people to listen to me? Either you're a parent or you're a leader, and they're like, how can I make people believe what I have to say or so they can listen and all this different stuff? Let me teach you the most important aspect of leadership. Let me put this thing down. That you guys, it will change how you influence people, how you talk to them, and your leadership skills. Number one is leading by example. And this is the mistake a lot of people make because they expect others to do things that they're not even doing themselves. And I'm going to talk about some scriptures things here because I believe Christ is the perfect example of the best leader ever. When he went to his apostles to call Peter, James, and all of them, what was his invitation? I love this invitation. This is something I try to do a lot with my guys that I work with and every single person it's in our mentorship program. He said, "Come, follow me. Come and walk with me. Come and preach to the people I preach. Come and sleep where I sleep. Come eat the stuff that I eat. Come experience what I experience. Come feel what I feel. Come see the stuff that I see." He didn't tell them, "Hey, go and do what I'm going to tell you to do." He told them, "Hey, come and follow me. Walk with me. Let's do it together." And that's a mistake I see a lot in leadership and parents and just in everything. A lot of people, they just talk. You invite people to do things that maybe you're not doing themselves. I talked to a lot of women in the past months that they've joined our community or program. It's very interesting. But a lot of, I tell them all the time, I'm like, look, at someday, your kid is going to figure it out. You tell your kid, hey, you got to follow your dreams. You got to do that. You got to go to the gym. You got to be passionate. You got to have discipline, all this stuff. You tell them everything. And at some point in your life, your kid is going to figure you out. And you know what's going to happen? Once you're saying, hey, you can be anything you want. Honey, you can become and do anything. At some point, he or she is going to look at you and he or she is going to say, Mom, Dad, why are you not doing that? Why are you not chasing your dreams? Why are you not fulfilling your purpose? Why are you not disciplined? Why are you not focusing on your relationship with God? And you tell me to do it? Kids and people in general will not do what you tell them to do. They will follow your example. And a lot of the times with parents or families or leadership in general, it's not that they're not catching the message. It's that you're not living it. And I see that all the time. I think that's, to be honest, 90% of why people, they're not doing what you want them to do. Because you're not living what you're telling them to do. Now, if you are, there's a different story. There's a different message and how you can help them be like, okay, let's do it together. And you do that imitation model with them and you guys do it together. But I think a lot of people, they just talk, to be honest. In my life, as a son, I don't remember, like, for example, my mom, we're this tight. I don't remember things that she told me. You know what I do remember? Things that she did, her example. And a lot of the stuff that I saw in my mom, I imitate, which are good things. Not quitting, stucking it up, sticking with stuff. Zero options mentality, making it work. She's an entrepreneur. She didn't quit. Great relationship with God. She taught me a lot about faith, not by speaking it, but by doing it. Come, follow me. The only and the most powerful characteristic of a leader and leadership is leading by example. And I truly believe it's the only way that you can actually do the work effectively. I'm never going to invite you to do something I'm not doing. Won't happen. I'm a hypocrite if I do. Most people do that. They invite you and tell you to do things they're not even applying themselves. And people have a choice. Like I listen to people that maybe they're not doing what I'm preaching, but I try to learn from everybody. But sometimes I'm like, let's say somebody's fat, and they're telling me, yeah, you got to work out and this. I'm like, bro, like, look, it doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, you got to work in your relationship. Okay, but your relationship with God sucks. What are you talking about? So your example is the most powerful way of preaching and influencing. It's who you are. In the scripture, in the scripture, it says that if you want to know if a true prophet is a true prophet, look at his fruits. By their fruits you shall know them. The best way for you to get to know somebody is by their fruits, not by what they say, by their fruits, choices, evidence. What do they do with their life? If you want your kids or people to follow you and you want to influence them, they're not going to follow what you tell them, they're going to follow what you do. That's the most powerful thing. So my invitation today, are you preaching? Are you living what you're preaching? Are you following the example of Christ? What he said when he said, "Come follow me." He didn't say, "Hey, go and do what I tell you to do." He said, "Come, walk with me. Walk where I walk, sleep where I sleep, eat what I eat, talk to the people I talk to, come feel what I feel." Are you doing that? Or is just this? Something to think about. Leading by example is the most powerful and the only way of being a true leader. Now, if you want to learn more about those things, you need help. Guys, come work with us. We have a great community that we teach all about this stuff. You can schedule a link. You can learn more about this stuff in the link down below. This is where we have our community. You click on the link and you can find out everything that we do. I'm not going to talk to you about it, but I think it would be great. We talk a lot about leadership, how to apply these spiritual principles of Christ in our life, in all aspects in your life, in your finances, family, relationships, body, mental game, everything. So I think it's the most powerful community there's out there. So anyway, click the link down below and you can figure out more about it on your own and see if it's a good fit for you. But again, I want to invite you to live what you preach. And leading by example is the best, most powerful, effective way of leadership. Love you guys and see you guys later. Bye-bye.